So today is another beautiful day, and the only thing that I would like to say is welcome to Hello World. And how I love to start off Hello World is, hey guys, hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. How is everyone doing? I'm streaming on multiple platforms, so I physically cannot see everything that's going on in the chat. So if you can please feel free to talk amongst yourselves and definitely interact. I will most likely probably see the replay. Actually, I won't because I don't like to watch myself on replay. So hopefully you get it and it does something for you. Um, so not every platform was I able to put the title of what today's topic is going to be about. But before I get into that, let me tell you how my day was, and if you want to talk about how your day was too, let me know. So I woke up this morning and I just relaxed. I was contemplating on going to the gym today and doing the 2 rounds that we did on Saturday, just so I don't have to go to the gym tomorrow. But I decided not to. Um, for the last few, I would say the last few weeks, I've been so tired to the point where it's like around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, every afternoon, doesn't fail, I would just like be at to the point where like I would want to drop. Like that's how tired I was. Um, and so I don't know where that came from because I'm not usually the type that would take a nap during the day, but I did. And it's not like I would take a little tiny nap. I would sleep for hours. And then I would wake up like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening or even 8 o'clock in the evening and then be up until like late into the morning. And then go right back to sleep like I didn't sleep before. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if the weather's changing or what's going on, but nevertheless, that's what's been going on with me lately. I just been knocked out, and I don't understand why or whatever. Um, Nothing else has changed. The only thing I can think of is that I've added extra exercises to my regimen. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so I ended up going to the studio. I packed an order and then I mailed it out, and that was the extent of what I did for the day. Then um, I was just thinking and pondering. And you know what, guys? Like, I'm not gonna even lie, but I had gotten so antsy, like to the point where, um, for me, when I start, and I'm being honest, y'all, if y'all like this design, go to the link in the description, or go to btdllc.com. I recommend you buy this design because it will absolutely make you think about how honesty and freedom equates to the life that you're leading and living to this day. So either way, what was I saying? Oh, so I was so antsy today, y'all. I don't understand why, but I was so antsy to the point where I just had to put myself to sleep. I had to. I wasn't even tired, but I just said the nerves were just like on edge. And usually when I'm like that, it's because I can't get something that I need done, or I've just been something's been bothering me and I just can't get an answer. And when those things happen, I guess I just go all the way zoned out. I need to zone out and just sit down and whatever. Which leads to today's topic, which is called confidence. If you ever want to watch the replay of any of these episodes of Hello World, I would recommend you go to YouTube. Definitely subscribe and like and share on there. There is a ton of content on there. Thank you, Jamia. There's a ton of content on there that I believe you would be able to feel like, yes, no, I'm inspired, I'm motivated, and I'm ready to get back to life. So Y'all, also too, a little bit about me. Like, I like to watch the really, really, really old school movies, right? And I mean, when I say old school, I want to see like less cars on the street, the older cars, the ones where you have to wind down the window, no automatic, those kind of movies. And today, I happen to actually, it's not just today, I started watching it yesterday, but I just can't sit through watching anything. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just can't. Anyway, the name of the movie was called Beverly Hills True. So first, I saw it. I saw the outfits, and I said, okay, I can watch something like this. So basically, the premise of the movie was about a woman who ended up being a troop leader, basically a Girl Scout leader to some minors. And they were from Beverly Hills. So you know how the idea like always have being the oddball. So this time the oddball were the Beverly Hills girls. And they showed the different areas and aspects of life that these kids came from. And some of the main points of the movie was she was there for the troop. She taught them different things while the other troop leaders and the other troops did not accept them. They ended up making their own patches that was relative to what their experience of life was. And the determination and the drive that these wilderness Beverly Hills girls had just was nonstop. They did not allow anything to stop them. They did not allow the embarrassment of their peers to stop them. They did not allow the rejection from their own family and their parents to stop them. They did not allow the economic status to stop them from taking part and being relevant to the Girl Scouts. And the troop leader, meanwhile, she was going through a divorce with her husband that she absolutely still loved and was in love with 100%. And he was absolutely in love with her. But they hit a roadblock in their relationship where he was tired of her spending all the money and seeing her not do or lead her potential, and she not feeling appreciated by her husband for the things that she did that she felt was valuable. But the point of the reason why she did not feel any values because she had lost herself along the way to help her husband become the successful businessman that he was. So, and then also being a mother, she pretty much psychologically put all of those things that she wanted in her own life in a back burner and replaced it with shopping and doing everything to numb the experience of living her life. The plans that she had put on pause just to help other people. Now, it's interesting because how many times have you put your life on hold because you wanted to pursue or help someone else pursue their goals that you 100% go for? And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with being there for your loved ones, being there for your spouse, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever the case may be, however your relationship dynamic is. There's nothing wrong with being there. And there's nothing wrong with putting your ideas behind for a moment. But what becomes a problem is when you forget that you are confident enough to help others, but you should also have that same confidence to pursue yourself and the things and the desires that you've always wanted. Now, he never, the movie never indicated that he wanted her to stop pursuing, because he absolutely said, I fell out of love with the fact that you just stopped living. So sometimes our spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, husband, wives, whatever relationship status that you do have, sometimes your spouse who you've helped along the way may absolutely love that you've helped them, but they also want to be just as excited about seeing you become who you're supposed to be. And it's not selfish, because who wants to carry a load and not have someone else be able to carry their own. And I also equated that to like how some of us are still single, and it's not merely because you're not beautiful, amazing, and excellent and valuable enough. It's probably because you're being saved so that you can carry yourself. So when you become connected with someone else, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever the case may be, you're able to live separately but equally. Just like I said, and like he said, he not only was thankful that she was there for him, but he also would have appreciated seeing her be there for herself. So don't get so caught up in doing for others that you lose yourself. I mean, I think I talk about this quite often. We as humans, we often throw ourselves, and I know I'm a big victim of that. I victimize myself of doing that, where I love to see and help people blossom into greatness. But then when it comes to focusing on me, I kind of lose the confidence. And nobody, trust me, nobody wants someone that's not confident. Because if you're not confident, how could you lead in a relationship or even follow in a relationship if you're not confident? If you're not confident, how can people in general take you seriously? You know, we're creatures of absorption, and as human beings, we can sense when something and someone is not confident or strong enough to handle or care for anything. We're absolutely able to sense that. Hey Jess, how you doing? Hey, it's me, V. What's going on? So, how do we get back our confidence in this beautiful life that we've been blessed to have? Well, first things first is get back to loving you. Oh my goodness, everything always ends up back to loving you. Yes. How can you be any good if you don't appreciate and value who you are? And I'm not saying that we don't love ourselves, but what I am saying is that we don't understand how much we should love ourselves and how much love that we do have for ourselves. And when we don't understand the love that and the depth of the love that we should have for ourselves, how can we teach others to appreciate that same depth and velocity of necessity and ethnicity that encompasses the very essence of us? It's confidence, baby. I'm sorry, y'all. That song was just blowing in my mind all afternoon, too. I was trying to post a video on TikTok earlier. And lately I've been trying to hit the little cheat code to get music that I would appreciate listening to during a video. And one of the songs that I wanted to use had a commercial copyright to it. So as a business page, I could not use it. And the title of that song, Confidence, came up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I know what song that is that I don't want to use. Specifically because I wanted to use some other types of music that I prefer. So anyhow, when are you going to allow yourself to be who you really are and truly are, and love who you really are and truly are, so that others can appreciate who you are and truly are? When? When will you realize that in our relationships, romantic and platonic wise, people just want you? They don't want the mask. They don't want the representative. They just want you. The true people in your life that will want to appreciate you just want you. And they're waiting for you to be who you are supposed to be and stand in your confidence so that they can be proud to be wanting and be wanted by you. That's where your confidence is key. And so is your consistency. How many hours will you spend being consistently focusing on the things and the desires that will propel you to being greater than you could have ever imagined? All it takes is a little bit of confidence. The ingredients are: allow God, your maker creator, to do a new thing in you. Know your value and know your worth equals more ingredients. Start to love yourself. Equals, if you don't know how to love yourself, figure out why. What was the traumatic things that happened or thing that happened in your life that caused you to focus off of yourself? When will we also not hide behind others, right? Because people like myself, I'll speak for myself. It's easier to hide behind other people so that the focus is not on you. But if the focus is supposed to be you, nothing else is going to work. Only you will know this by mixing all of those ingredients together and allowing time and patience to grow and blossom into the beautiful baked good that you can be. Okay, y'all. I was thinking about a big fat cookie. A big fat juicy cookie. Y'all, I love me some cookies, snacks. Oh my goodness. Speaking of which, I haven't had sugar per se in a while. Let's see, I haven't had chocolate. I haven't had I haven't had chocolate in about 3 days, y'all. I'm going back to the way I had formulated my meal plans to be. I want to stay more consistent than that. Because, guys, I don't know if you saw the video I posted earlier. Actually, all of your other platforms would not have seen it unless you're on YouTube. You would have seen my latest excerpt of Life as an Entrepreneur, What I Eat in a Day. And what I've substituted for the sugar are blueberries, which are very good antioxidants. And it also has some sweetness to it. Now, I eat the frozen blueberries because, sometimes when you get the fresh ones, they're like soft and gushy. I don't like anything gushy like that. Like the texture has to be firm, and I don't like that. So anyway, when it's frozen, I could just eat it, and most of the times it's sweet, but sometimes it's a little bitter. But at the end of the day, it's better for me. Now, I know some of you are like, oh my goodness, Joy, you're so healthy looking. Yes, very healthy looking. But I know what are some things that I need to do in order for me to have a better quality of life. I already know them. So, sacrificing some of the pleasures that I love in life is what I have to do. It's just something that I have to do. And I'm not always good at it, but if I stay focused and consistent and having confidence in that, if I do remain eating the way that I'm supposed to, everything that I've been worried about will go away. Yes, our bodies can heal ourselves. They can. They can. So anyway, at the end of this movie, the idea was the girls realized they didn't need a trophy. They just needed their team. They needed to know that they were valuable. They needed to know that they had the confidence to actually be a wilderness girl. And the troop leader got back her confidence in being a leader, a role model, and someone other than hiding behind shopping and ignoring the pain that she was having with the life that she was not too happy with because she gave it all for someone else and she forgot about herself. Towards the end of the movie, the husband wanted a full divorce, and obviously she got mad. She thought that the separation And the fact that he was coming to the party, that he was going to profess his love back to and for her, but it didn't happen that way. He was just saying he wanted his daughter to have full custody, not full but partial custody, with the child. And so she, did not get what she wanted at that time. So that was her very low. She lost it all. She lost the husband that she actually loved. And now she was going to have to deal with being by herself. She didn't have her daughter to kind of numb the idea of her being by herself and thinking about life for herself. So, she spent the weekend with her dad and she was in the house by herself. All you saw were all these empty bottles of Evian water. I'm glad they used Evian water instead of liquor or glasses of wine. I mean, she was in the movie though. She was drinking wine primarily most of the time, but they used bottled waters. She was doing that, and then she was rewinding video of seeing her husband play with their child when she was a toddler. And in her mind she was probably like, where did it all go wrong? Da 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 da. But she had that time to focus on herself. And then she had one friend come by to check on her, because remember, it's always going to be that one person. There's always going to be that one person that's not going to let you fall. Always. Whether we realize it or not, there's always going to be that one person that's never going to let you fall. They're going to annoy you until you pick up. They're going to annoy you until you open the door. They're going to have the key to your house because you trust them that much. And they're going to come in and try to shake you up, get you out of your funk, and remind you that you are confident enough, and you are good enough, and that you are necessary enough. Now, what I forgot to tell you too was the reason why she hit rock bottom, not only because of the husband, but the troop director basically said that she was no good at anything. She was no good with the kids, and that she was going to make them get hurt going into the wilderness because they never done hunting and camping for real, nothing like that. And so she was like, okay, it all came to a head. It all came to a head at that very moment. But she had to focus on herself. She had to remember who she was. And there was that one person that came to help nudge her along the way. Now think about that one person in your life that always seems to always be there right when you feel like giving up completely. We all have those people in our lives. Maybe it's more than one person. Or maybe it ends up being a stranger. We don't know. It doesn't matter. But that's why humanity is supposed to be together, because at those very moments where we can't handle life by ourselves, someone comes along the way and reminds us that we are confident enough to live the life that we're supposed to be leading, and also be confident enough to know that we are enough, confident enough to know that we are necessary, confident enough to know that we are vital, confident enough to know that we can get back up and still finish the race. So this very same troop director who was so hard on her ended up breaking her ankle in the woods. And the same people that she threw away and said was no good and could not do anything wilderness-wise, the Beverly Hills Girls troop, came along, created a gurney, and dragged her through. And at that point, the troop together decided that they didn't need the trophy at the end of the day, that they took an oath that as a wilderness girl, you never leave a wilderness girl behind. Integrity and values are the two things that they had learned from their troop leader, who was ready to throw in the towel, but the troop alone said no. She wanted to give up an approximately 3 times throughout this movie, but the troop said, no, you've helped us. You're our role model. You are confident enough. You helped us. Now it's time for us to support you. And she never gave up. Imagine that. You see how in both of those scenarios, She still gave. And when she was ready to give up, they said no, not on their dime, not on that time. They couldn't do it. So, again, throughout our life span, we will always need to be reminded that we are beautiful, amazing, and necessary. And that we have the confidence, baby. We have the confidence to pursue our dreams, our goals, and we have ambitions and desires that need to stay and never remain untold. I had to rhyme and think about that for a second. But in order for people to value us for real, and not to say that they're not going to value us any less or more, but to really, really keep pushing in this life, we have to be confident enough in ourselves and show people what we're working with so that they see that extra spark that they need to see in order to stay. You get what I'm saying? We are not weak people. We have never been made to be weak. That's not the life that I believe that we should be living, right? Right? Because if we, have a basic understanding that there is a God, and I feel like a lot of us have been raised in church where, we've been taught that God doesn't make ugly, God does not make mistakes. So if that's the case, then we should feel even more obligated to prove to ourselves that we can do it. We can absolutely do it. And that it's okay to lean on people, and it's okay for people to lean on us, and it's even more important for people to feel like they can lean on us in many times. Life is relational, right? And we trust the people that have confidence. We trust the people that we know can do something because we're confident that, man, they've been consistent in doing this for a very long time. So I know they got this. That's the confidence that they have in you. That's the same confidence that you need to have in yourself within. And I urge all of us, because we all always have to go back into our little corners, into our little prayer boxes, into our little prayer closets, or whatever you want to call it. We need to get back to that from time to time and remind ourselves that we're not rubbish. We are absolutely valuable. We absolutely have to get our things. We absolutely have goals that we've made in this life that sometimes we've let lay dormant and needs to not be dormant anymore. We have people in our lives that have been depending on us to the point where they're waiting for us to make our move. And when we make our move, they can feel confident within themselves that they made the right decision. Thank you. So, are you ready to step up to the plate? Are you ready? Because there's one other thing too, guys, that confidence is very sexy. And whatever you try to attract in this life, it has a level of sexiness to it, okay? Like, I'm just being raw right now. I'm a girl, so that's what we're going to say. Everything is sexy. But for real though, sometimes your confidence, it draws certain things out of people. And it could be good things, it could be bad. Well, hopefully not bad things, but it could most likely be good things. And that's that raw sexiness that's inside of us. You know, like how honey just comes right out and it's just like, it's so sweet and delicious looking, and it's just like, ooh. I know my analogy. just be some crazy sometimes, but it's just like, I can only think of the things that be like raw and just be like, ooh, and but seriously though, for real, your confidence can equate to sexiness. And everybody is attracted to a degree of sexiness in other human beings. And it doesn't necessarily mean sexy in a way like, ooh, I want to rub you down type of stuff, but it's sexiness in a way that's like, yo, dang, I appreciate that. That's dope. I want to be like that a little bit. It's motivated me somewhat. Okay? That's that sexiness that we all have. So, when you gonna let your confidence be like, ooh, hey, where you been? Friend, where have you been? Nobody. Oh my goodness. But yes. I left my water all the way over there. And my glass of juice is empty. So my throat is parched a little bit. But I'm going to finish what I have to say. Okay? So please know that you are no longer allowed to let your life stay dormant because it's necessary for other people to see what confidence truly looks like and who you truly are and what you absolutely can provide. And at the end of the day, the one person that's going to be even more proud of your progress is you. There's not a sexier feeling to have than the feeling of accomplishing something. Am I right or wrong? Don't you feel good when you get something done? You're like, dang. Now imagine all of the ideas and the dreams and the wishes and the goals that you've let lay dormant once it actually gets unfolded and unwrapped in a specific way that's necessary for you. Won't you be like, ooh, dang, I did that? Yes, you will. And you're going to start attracting everything that you need in this life only because you decided to give yourself a chance. Whether you've been pushed, whether you've had to lose in order to gain, but I certainly believe that God, our maker, creator, or whoever you believe in, will not allow us to give up on our own selves. Not when we have so many important things to do in this world. And one of the most important things in this world is to feel like you've accomplished something. To feel like, I did it. So, we've been here for 33 minutes. I had to look at the clock, like I had to open my eyes to look at it. But we've been here for 33 minutes. And I am absolutely thankful that I saw that movie. The movie that I was referencing this whole topic off of confidence was the Beverly Hills Troop. That's like, that movie was made in like 1989 or something like that. I don't know. But please, guys, nothing in your life is more valuable than you actually participating in it. Nothing in your life is more valuable than you actually participating in it. That's a quote. I just made it up. And I think I forgot what it said already. 3446. I'll rewind so I can write it down, because I certainly will not forget it. Well, I didn't forget it right now, but it may go into a book again. So anyway, y'all, with that, I'm going to promise myself and you all, I'm going to be more confident. I'm going to show a lot more confidence in who I am and my abilities and all of the gifts that I have. Because there's a lot of things that I can accomplish and a lot of things that I can do and have done in this life that I never give myself credit for or very little credit for. And I'm going to push myself out in the forefront. Oh my God, I'm about to pass out. Oh, but I came back alive. I'm going to push myself forward because at the end of the day, there's nothing more sexier than absolutely showing my confidence to myself and saying, girl, you got this. Ooh, yes. Y'all know. I'm be like, just like how, when I get my hair done the first couple of days and I'll be like, oh, look at, isn't it long and luscious? Y'all know I'll be all like, can't nobody tell me nothing when I get my hair done first few days or first week or so. I let go of everything, y'all. I'll be throwing the gym to the side because I'm like, oh, I'm sexy right now. I need to lay in my sexiness. Y'all know that. Y'all know how that is for yourselves, whatever that case may be for you. Maybe it's when you buy something brand new, or maybe it's when you think of something that you're like, ooh, I don't know what it is, but for you, we all need to sit back and remember how beautiful we are. We all need to sit back and remember the goals that we have let go. We all have to sit back and remember at some point in time, we have to become in the forefront of life. We have to become in the forefront so that other people can see that and that we can allow our sexiness to show, i.e., confidence, right? Because sexiness and confidence, I would say, are two in the same. But we need to remember that there's nothing more attractive than showing the confidence that you have and your abilities and your gifts. So please, I beg you to join me in being more confident in yourself and in the goals and the gifts that you really have. So when you, like us, we all have multiple goals and gifts. We all have multiple gifts, and I know I have multiple goals that I have to set and challenges that people inadvertently give me, and I just be like, ooh, inadvertently and indirectly give me, okay? Because the other day somebody texted me something and was like, I want to do this by August, and I was like, well, dang, I want to too. So we got a lot of work to do. And in order for me to get to that goal that they wrote for themselves, that indirectly took for myself as a challenge, I'm gonna have to step up. And I will have to be in the forefront. So I don't mind how uncomfortable it may be. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, then others will benefit from that. And if others benefit from that, then their life will get better. And if others' lives get better, so will mine. Because I draw more confidence in knowing that I've done great things for our humanity. Not just good, but great things. And that's the thing that we need to stop. We need to stop saying to ourselves that we're just good. No, we're great. We are absolutely great. You are great. And you're not cocky great, but you're great because you allow your gifts to show. So we need to get back into our little prayer closets, our little meditation spaces, and remind ourselves that we owe ourselves the opportunity to grow into the confidence that we're supposed to have so that we can accomplish the goals that we've always desired, and so we can touch the lives that so need us, whether we realize it or not. I look for certain people to help me go throughout my day, whether they realize it or not. There are certain people and certain things that people do that just help me throughout my day. It's become part of my own routine. So if I don't show up for myself, then I'll never be able to enjoy the gifts and talents of other people. I promise myself I'm not going to be falling asleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 o'clock at night no more. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know if it was like a lull in my life or whatever, but I have too many more important things, i.e. like me becoming more confident and doing the things and achieving this goal that seems like it could be so impossible because I've never done it before, but anything is possible because I always make a lot of impossibilities become possible. That's how my life has been. And so I'm used to it. I'm going to lay in it. I'm going to delve in it. I'm going to be appreciating it. My desire is that we all continue to grow and that we see the little intricacies in life and the little gifts that get thrown our way, like these little movies that I indirectly end up seeing to bring me back onto you. Because if I didn't see that movie, I wouldn't be here right now, right? So be inspired and let your inspiration show and share it, because you never know who may end up growing and glowing because of what you sow. Y'all can get that in my book, okay? I have 4 books. Unfortunately, my 5th book, or one of my books, is no longer available because I discontinued it since I put all of my quotes on socks. Yes, only one of my books was available on socks. And I'm proud to say that parts of my part 2 book are all over the world. And if people sort of value in owning pieces of my book, then you can certainly value owning whole parts of my book, okay? So you could go to btdllc.com, and down at the bottom of the page, it's the book. Click on the book link and you can go there, or the link in the description. I know on TikTok, the TikTok shop has all of the books there, at least 4 of them. Well, at least 3 of them are on there, so you can order that. They're all inspirational quotes. It's just one of the gifts that I was blessed to have. And I'm confident in, like, dang, yo, I did that. I'm happy. And because I did that and accomplished that, people who actually have purchased my books, either I've gotten immediate responses of them once they flip through and they're like, I'll tell you this, guys. One, and I'm going to let you go after that. My part 4 book, it's the vision board one. It has like a tape recorder on the front. It's white and black. Well, anyway, that particular book, I was at a pop-up. I was actually at a festival, and the people, they came to the table. I invited them, came into the table, and the one lady, she flipped through, because that's how I always do my books. I just flip through. Homegirl read the quote. Now, mind you, I had published that book in 2021, 22, around then. I had published that book. So I'd never met this person before. Fast forward to 23, when I actually was at this pop-up. When she got to the quote, she started crying. She never did tell me which quote it was. But then once she was crying, she was with her husband and her daughter. And her daughter was like, oh my goodness, Mom. And then the husband read it. He was like, oh, snap. Who would have thought that what I wrote years ago would have been so impactful at that very moment for that woman? We are so different, but we're so much alike. Our experiences may be different, but they're so much alike. And had I not gotten challenged indirectly to write a book, 3 books later, 4 books later, I would not have met this woman, and I would not have had that much of a profound impact on her. And our lives would have met in a very different way. Maybe she would have just seen a t-shirt or a hoodie or something like that. But you never know what gift that you have will be that important for someone else. Oh, and then more recently, and that's it. More recently, I was at Black at a Black Business Expo like a week ago. Yeah, last Friday I was at a Black Business Expo. And y'all, I didn't even know. But one of the girls came up to my table and she's like, yeah. Well, actually I was talking to a makeup artist. And the makeup artist was like, oh, I didn't know you wrote a book or whatever. Then the girl came up and was like, I have all three of your books. I was like, I don't even remember meeting this girl before. But she was like, yeah, what I do is when I flip through, I just open up whatever page and I think that's for me. That's how I look at it. And I said, oh snap, that's the way I wrote it for. But you have no idea the amount of people you can absolutely indirectly inspire just by the sexiness of you being confident in your own work, in your own goals, and in your own gift. Let your sexiness flow and do not be afraid of it. Do not be offended by it and do not be scared of it because your sexiness is somebody's beginning, middle, I'm not going to say the end, but you're somebody's gift. You're somebody's going higher. You're somebody's elevation. That's the best word I could think of. You are someone's elevation. If that isn't confident and sexy and sounding enough to you, I don't know what is. But let your confidence grow in you. Let it be the forefront of you. And never forget, you're beautiful, you're amazing, and you're necessary. You are needed. This exterior that we have does not limit the beauty that we have inside that's screaming to come out. And if that's between you and your confidence, then let it scream out. As I always say, I don't know when I'll ever be back on Hello World, but like when I have like situations like and scenarios like this movie come up, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to talk about it. Because it was necessary for me too, because it kind of brought back and made it WHOLE for me and how I have to handle certain things in my life. So everything ends up tying together. You just have to pay attention. You have to be available and you have to pay attention. Because the little details that are thrown in our direction, sometimes we overlook them, and that could be the biggest mistake of our lives. And that little detail equates to us growing more. Because that's all life is. It's about us growing more. About us growing more and glowing more and being a guiding light to so much more. Ooh, I just wanted to rhyme right there. Okay, that's right. I said so much more. But it is what it is. Let your beauty show. That essence of you. Let it go. Let it out. People are waiting for you to be you. I invite you guys to follow me on every single platform, either at btdllc or Be The Difference Clothing. I also invite you guys to support the channels by shopping, sharing, let me put it this way, by either shopping or sharing the channels, the website, because I understand not all of us may be interested in everything or every gift that I may have, but if you share it with someone else, maybe they'll be more interested and want to invest more than just a view. You see what I'm saying? So all of it matters to me. So that would be great if you can do that. I'm going to reach all of my goals. And I'm going to have everything that I want. and desire. Because it's mine. It's rightfully mine. Because if it wasn't supposed to be for me, it would not become evident in my life. It would not be here. It would not be present. But I'm not ever going to allow my gifts that are supposed to come to me, not just my gifts, but the gifts that are supposed to come to me to make my life even better. I'm not going to allow those to go away ever again, right? Because I'm holding on to everything. But in order for me to hold on to everything, I have to become who I'm supposed to be. And if I become who I'm supposed to be, then that confidence will glow and show, and opportunities will keep on coming my way. And you see how that unfolds for me? Then make it unfold for yourself too, okay? It's very much so that easy, okay? It really is. It really is. Life isn't as difficult as we think it should be. If we let go of all the distractions and focus primarily on ourselves, then I guarantee you it wouldn't be as hard, right? Because we have so many compartments that we fill up with things that don't belong there, that if we completely fill up the compartments with everything that is supposed to be for us in the journey that we have in our lives, there wouldn't be any clutter, there wouldn't be any distractions, there wouldn't be any wondering, oh my goodness, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right move? There wouldn't be any confusion. That's the word. It wouldn't be any confusion if we just empty these compartments and let it be simple. Life is supposed to be simple, right? Let's not complicate it anymore. So anyway, cheers to less complications and cheers to the sexiness in life. Cheers to us being more confident and pursuing the goals and the dreams and the desires that we have maybe forgotten or maybe that we've let lay dormant. And cheers to never allowing life to stop flowing. Because when it flows, it's so much more easy. It's so much more comfortable. I'm on every platform, y'all. When I say every platform, you could Google it. Leave a review too, okay? Because we need some reviews, all right? Because the more reviews that we have locally, the more reviews that we have, it helps locally, okay? That's all I'm going to say. So consider leaving a review on Google. Be the Difference Clothing or just Be the Difference LLC, whichever one you want to do. But let your light glow. Let your gifts become evident in your life. Let your gifts become the increase monetarily, situationally, societally, relationally. Let your gifts flow. Because we're missing so much in life, guys. We are missing out in life because we allow ourselves to block ourselves. We blockade ourselves from our own feelings and our own emotions. We blockade ourselves from our desires because maybe we feel like we don't deserve it, but we absolutely do. We would not have the thought if we didn't think that we should have it. It would not come unless it wasn't for you. Okay? So, join me tomorrow. I will be at the gym tomorrow morning. I'm only going to do one round of everything because, y'all, I tore myself up on Saturday, for real, for real. And, you know, mind you, after doing all that working out, I didn't take no nap. I did not take a nap. And I mean, we did an hour's worth of exercising. And in that hour, I did 20 different rotations, okay? And each of those rotations had about 4 sets of everything, okay? I'm gangster. And I'm proud of myself. This little body of mine can handle a lot. So anyway, y'all, be proud of who you are. Love who you become. And never let it go. Just letting the music go by. That's a little dance break. So, until we meet again, guys, my name is Joy from Be the Difference. Please never forget how beautiful and amazing you are. How necessary and vital and needed you are. The more you grow, the more people will grow. The more you grow, the more you glow. And when you glow, people will attract to that and that confidence and that sexiness that exudes from you, okay? And creates who you really are. Please become who you really are. please become who you really are. Never be ashamed of who you are. Never be afraid to be who you are, and never ever dim yourself down to the point where people have to take themselves away from you in order for them to be attracted back to you once you become who you're supposed to be. Don't lose out. Don't lose time. Don't lose time with humans just because you don't want to deal with yourself. That's in a nutshell what the Beverly Hills True movie was all about. So until we meet again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference, and I'm signing out on another episode of Hello World. Hey guys. Hey guys. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me come back. Hey guys. Hey guys. Wait, is that the way I end off Hello World? No, I was right the first time. Hold on. Nix that. Let's go back out. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, or Be the Difference. And I am signing out on another episode of, I did it right the first time, but we're doing it this way. Hold on. This is going to be the sexy part. Wait, I'll be back. Take me serious. Hey guys, my name is Joy from Be the Difference, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello World. Yes. Bye, y'all.